So Kendra Austin talks about this today. She said that it's time to normalize being broke or being poor as not a moral failing, but a systemic one.
I think now is a really, really good time to remind everybody that being broke is not a personal failing, it is a systemic one. And it is not a reason to eliminate yourself from connection and from access to your community.
And I definitely want to agree with that. There were so many times, and I talk about this in another video recently about how I was on food stamps and on WIC early on, as a young mom, until I was able to get on my feet and grow my career.
My grandmother used to say, being poor is an automatic source of embarrassment.
But in those days when I didn't have a whole lot and when I didn't have a whole lot of money or extra money, because like I said, I was making $29,000 covering a family of four. And there's just no wiggle room in that, right? Like we were barely making the light bill, the phone bill, the gas bill. And so what I would say is the good news about my friends was, they were still, this was again before brunch culture. My friends were like, let's go to brunch, let's do that. And there were some ideas and things that I just could not afford. And so, I would say no if I couldn't go. And I know that just got some, some sort of tiresome. But I also just got the, hey, I just can't afford it. And my friends would say, that's the point. We still want you to come. We still want you there. And sometimes I'd have to bring my daughter because I didn't have care or whatever. And my friends would still cover it. And I was so grateful for those times that they never made me feel any stigma about it. When the bill came, there was never a conversation. It just got done. But also, I think the point is that it's more important now than ever that our friendships do not have this financial stigma or tie to them, right? Because our friends may not be in the same financial situations that we are. And oftentimes that requires some level of conversation around who's going to pay for what gets paid for. And then I also want to be kind enough to say that let's just decide to do things that don't require a whole lot of money, like coming to my house and sitting here at my dining room table while I make a meal, or we watch TV together and drink some wine and have popcorn. All of those things are super cost effective and do not require a ton of money. I think gone are the days, or what is going to become very apparent as, this shutdown lingers on and financial projections tell us that we are headed in a very dire direction, that community is going to matter very much. So I love a good dinner party. I love cooking for my friends. I love making sure that I can host and be hospitable. One of the fruits of my spirit is hospitality. And so I genuinely think that it is now is the time for us to reframe what community looks like and how community functions, and definitely how community engages with each other in a way that doesn't require a lot of high barriers for financial entry for friendships. I hope that helps.